Oh, shit.
Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Army Black Knights. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handing off on the draw play.
The defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. After second effort, he's brought down, but it's past the marker.
Nice first down here by Texas A&M. The offensive line gets a hat on a hat, gets a good push, and once again, see the history and tradition of Texas A&M with a great back.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense, surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's a quick grab. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
And the Aggies pick up enough for a first down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Can you put my chips down? Thank you.
They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. He'll ride the back again here. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Able to fight for a decent gain here on that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
The 8th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for the 1st down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back and coming up with that conversion.
Offense goes to the pistol formation now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Bulldozing his way past tacklers. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. The Aggies line it up with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, A&M. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. 1st down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Oh shit, my left guard got fucking...
We'll hand it off. The junior able to bring him
Fuck
down.
with that. I had to
See,
just
that's
have
how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up after that run. Can they pick up the 1st on the ground? The game is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the 1st down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up the throw. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and a loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And the returner is brought down. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Here's a wide open receiver, complete. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
1st and 10 now for the offense. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Second down play coming up. Off play action, he's looking to throw. And that one's picked off. What a play. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. At the 30 now. At the 10. Touchdown, Army. And the defense joins the party with a pick six. That is a game-changing play by this defense.
Well, game-changing. The momentum now is on their side. They've got confidence that they can finish this game off and get a win. If they do, we're going to remember this play right here.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out. It's Smith. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? It's a deep throw down the right sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see what happens when you try to squeeze it into a tight window. An incompletion is probably the best result you could have hoped for, because an interception is the most likely outcome anytime you throw into double coverage.
Incomplete, so it's second down in town. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made, but it moves the ball to the 25 as they try to get this drive going.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. They misfire on the pass as time in the period runs out. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this 1st down on the 3rd down play. They knew they were going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. He hands it to the back. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Hands it off on the counter. Running through the tackle. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They're going to run it. He's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the Black Knights looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs. 1st and goal. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. So the ball moved back to the 12 for 2nd and goal. Linebacker shifting around now. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get into the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th and goal from the 2. Can this defense come up with a huge stop? We go with a direct snap. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 1. Important to get some yards here. They don't want to have to face 3rd and long or punt from this position. Backed up with the 1. He's going to throw it. Look at this. He'll go deep again. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Looking to throw it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Past the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. Just ran away from the defense. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Army offense onto the field now. The last time they had it going, they got stopped on 4th and goal. They got to put that behind them now. Put together something here. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability.
No shot to bring him down. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's a big 1st down for this offense. It's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the 2nd half on offense, so they need points right here.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Catch made on the out route. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. And the Black Knights pick up enough for a 1st down here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it here. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
No, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Running play called on 3rd and short. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Now, love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew his 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
And the Black Knights starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Montgomery. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Touchdown, Black Knights. Strong game by this quarterback. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. There's a kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Powers through a tackle. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Fires it to the wide out. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. And the Aggies will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the sophomore making an impact play. That sack makes it third down. Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch made down inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the extra point makes it a 28-14 game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he floats this pass deep down the right side. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Going the other way, can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Direct snap to the back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. Missed it. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a two-possession game. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Aggies will kick this away to get the second half going. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. Let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
And completion makes it second and short. Ball handed off. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And the Black Knights pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. The gain is 2 yards, so it's second and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Pass caught. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Fighting for yardage, the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. The The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial fourth down try. They'll give it to the back. Powers through the tackle. Tackle made at the 26. Good enough for a first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
And the Black Knights with 1st and 10 here. The linebacker shifting around now. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, man, puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I hate the question of play call, but that close to the goal line on 1st and goal, and you throw it. Oh, why not run the football right there?
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down. Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Single back takes the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Extending the play now. Breaks a tackle into the clear. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Here's the handoff. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your 1st-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
He's going for a big play downfield. Deep shot caught down inside the 20.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, what a move.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the single back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Can he get there on the ground? Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
But they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead. You keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Solid gain puts him in good position for second down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a third and goal. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, A&M. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Army offense comes back out onto the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Looking to pass here on second down. Looking for a deep completion. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Offense facing a third and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. The shotgun handoff here. Running with purpose. And they stop him for a 2-yard gain, which will bring up fourth down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Have been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And this one is caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. It's a run. Running back's got it. The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a third down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a first down, and they get it.
Play action here on first down. The pass is caught, but they say he's out of bounds, so an incompletion.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Using his legs on the scramble. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Well, the defense does a good job of pressuring the quarterback, but really impressed with the quarterback's effort. Not only is he pulled out of that, but he's able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
You see what the quarterback's trying to do here? He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
On the run, he'll let it go. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Second down after that previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And just like that, in one play, they've moved into scoring position at the 23.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Texas A&M has moved into the red zone now. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Touchdown, Aggies. To stretch the lead, the route is on. It's an easy job for the play caller, right, Kirk? They can't stop the running back, feed him the ball, scores again.
Yeah, I came into this game really thinking we'd see more from this quarterback and all these wide receivers that they have, but instead, it has been the back. And as a smart play caller, you just keep going back to the guy with the hot hand.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Army offense onto the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Let's it fly to the wideout. And he throws his third interception of the day. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackle, but forced down.
Well, why not, Chris? These guys have been doing it all year. This offensive line has been a staple, and this back has the vision to be able to find that crease to get the first down, and you're that much closer to advancing.
Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looks like the quarterback will just take a knee here. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback will take a knee.
Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee in this game and advance in the playoff.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.